What's good, everybody? Welcome to S&K Unlimited. We back with another body cam video. Shout out to Police Watch for this video.
Yeah, and this one right here is kind of a sensitive subject, so it's a trigger warning for you if you're very sensitive about children
Yes.
and possibility of death or something like that.
Yeah. So let's just get into it, all right? Let's see what it's all about.
Watch how a toddler's tragic death unravels a disturbing story of neglect and unimaginable choices.
Hi, ma'am. How are you? Oh, this is your Thomas. Can you tell me what happened?
We're gonna. Sorry for your condolences. All right. Sorry for your loss. Okay.
Yes.
Now you're gonna get. You probably answer these questions, and you're gonna get answered them again and again and again. Okay. So just bear with us, and we're gonna try to get through this the best that we possibly can.
That's right. Again, my apologies for your loss. Are you Takesha?
Yes.
Okay. Tell me what happened, Takesha.
It's hard to knock on the door after she came.
And what time was this?
This morning.
So this morning.
So you came in. You heard the knock on the door.
She did.
I came in from work. Not even 5 minutes later, it was a knock at the door.
Oh, after you. Okay. Okay.
By the time I got to the door, it was just her. She was just sitting out there in her carrier. Nobody was out there, no car, nothing. Like they just left her just sitting there on the porch. And she was already outside on my porch. When I walked outside, and when I picked her up, her nose was already bleeding, and she had been peeing all over me and everything. Like,
So you picked her up out of her
yes,
carrier?
I picked her out of the carrier to see like what was on her body, what was wrong with her, anything.
Okay.
But when I picked her up, she was just limp.
Yeah,
Like,
we
she
just
went limp.
just came.
So I just got in the car, said, "Mom, we gotta go. I just put her in the car, got in the back seat, I was holding her, and we just came to the hospital.
Where's the car seat? Is that the front door? Where
No,
you...
it's inside the house
It's
because
inside.
I just picked her. Where is it?
It gotta be outside. Cause
Okay, well I just picked her up out of it.
Okay. So let me just make sure I got this correct. Come back to the front door because you heard a knock on the door.
Right.
Once you open the door again, you saw the baby
Yeah.
in the car seat. You saw the baby had blood on her nose.
All right. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Is that her blood brother? Right here?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Same father, same mother?
Yeah, they got the same father, different mom.
Oh, same father, different mom. Okay. What is your daughter's name?
I don't have one daughter. Her name is Najee.
Najee. So,
The mother?
who's the mother?
That's not her daughter.
No,
Okay, I'm
Tone.
sorry.
Yeah,
That's not my
her
daughter.
Tone is
Beautiful's mom.
mom.
Yeah, Tone is not my daughter. No. No. I only have my daughter. This is Najee.
And how's you related to him, to the little...
I'm her grandmother.
I'm her auntie.
And she's the aunt.
Okay, so the daddy is your son?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
okay. This is the sister, Tone's sister.
I'm the grandmother.
And the other grandmother.
Hello.
You want to take them in the room back here?
I'm gonna talk to one of them at a time.
Okay.
How you doing, sweetheart? I'm good. I'm sorry to keep you guys here, but obviously we have to find out what's going on, right? My name's Detective Weiner, like I told you before. Are you the family to the father or to the mother?
To the father.
Gotcha. What's your date of birth?
Sister.
Tell me what happened today, in your own words.
So I got to work or whatever. Everything was fine. Nobody had called me, no nothing.
Yeah.
But I clocked out early because my stomach was hurting, so I was gonna go home and use the bathroom and clock back in.
Yeah.
So not even 5 minutes of me getting home, I hear a knock at the door.
Okay.
So I go to the door. By the time I get to the door, there's no car, nothing. Nobody's there but this baby just sitting there.
Okay, so you didn't go home and find the baby. Someone knocked on the door, and when you walked in, there was no baby out there. You walked by the park. Okay.
No, and
Now
nobody
I
was even
understand a
out
little
there.
better. Now I understand a little better. So explain to me what the baby looked like when you saw the baby.
When I seen her in her carrier, I seen the blood coming from her nose.
Okay, so you saw, I'm sorry, blood you said?
Yeah.
Where was blood?
Her nose.
Her nose. Blood was coming out of her nose? Was there blood anywhere else on her body?
Nope, just
And you
her
said you
nose.
saw purple lines on her face, right? Where else? Anything else that looked...
They was on her, the lines was on her forehead.
Okay.
Like she was like laying on her arm or something for a long time or something, but it was something purple on her arm as well.
What was she wearing?
Nothing.
She was completely
She was
naked.
completely.
All right, now, my little midway pause. Now, I don't know the story. Like I said, this is the first time watching it. But my antennas go to start moving.
Right.
Something sounds suspect.
Oh yeah, definitely suspect.
Something suspect. So you went in the house to use the bathroom, and 5 minutes later, somebody rang the door and the baby outside.
Right. That don't sound right.
That don't sound right.
I mean, that's supposed to be her brother's baby. I'm confused.
I think that's a. Yeah, she said she kin to the brother.
To the dad.
To the dad. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Okay. And so that means, is that also the house where the baby was left? That's where he lives, and that's the.
See, that's the thing I don't know.
House, because why would somebody just drop the baby there?
Right. That's some suspect stuff right there, man.
Yeah.
We got to get back into this. I got to see what's going on with this.
Not a diaper, nothing. Okay. Those were the injuries that you saw to her? Any other injuries that you saw, or anything else that looked funny?
No.
Okay. So you said you brought her inside?
No, okay. I stood right there at the door and I was just like, Mama, help. We need to get her some help. We got to get her some help. So when she first came out, she didn't even know who she was right away, right? Yeah, but my mama didn't know who she was right away. Okay. I had to tell her it's Butte. She needed help. Okay. So we just got in the car and rushed her to the hospital.
Do you ever care for this baby at all? Does your mom ever care for this baby? Like watch her?
They really don't allow us to.
Oh,
so
why not?
It was weird that you just dropped her off to us, but you don't even allow us to keep her.
Why don't they allow you to keep her?
Because they go with them, her grandparents. I mean, her side of the family.
Were those the people who just walked in?
Yes, that's her side of the family.
Gotcha. How did they find out what happened?
That's what I said. But they won't even answer the phone for us.
Oh, that's the person who asked me why I need to interview y'all?
Yeah, her sister. That's her sister.
Okay, gotcha. So does your brother, his name is Charquez?
Mm-hmm.
Does he care for her? Do they have like equal custody?
Yeah,
how does that work?
It's co-parenting.
But they're not together.
50-50.
They're not together, right? No. Did you try to call him?
Numerous times.
He's not.
Nobody won't answer. His phone was ringing. Her phone went straight to voicemail.
You think that he gets her on the weekends, but you're not sure?
I'm not sure if she get her on the weekend and he get her the weekday, or I'm not sure exactly how that goes.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
When's the last time you seen Beautiful?
Father's Day.
Father's Day.
Father's Day because he brought her over there.
Did she look like she was, in any type of distress or anything like that? No.
She was a happy baby.
Yeah.
Happy little girl. She never. I mean, her they love her. Like they love her. That's why I'm.
Well,
don't even know what's
people
wrong.
love kids, but sometimes an accident can happen, and then people just get scared. No person should be treated like
Where
that.
the mom and the dad?
Like,
right.
Just leave it like it's a garbage, That's not okay.
Who brought them to the house?
I mean, regardless if it was an accident or whatever happened, listen, we can understand accidents. Even police, we can understand accidents happen.
Yeah.
Was the baby cold when you picked up the baby?
She was warm.
She was warm?
She was warm, but
was she breathing at all?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I wasn't. I'm sorry.
Listen, if you don't know how to check, you don't know how to check. And I can understand you're probably in so much of a pain.
And she had peed all over me everywhere and stuff. So that's why I did think
she peed on you, or she already had pee?
She peed on me. That's why I'm saying she had to be breathing if she peed on me. It was already blood in her nose.
You didn't get any response from her?
No. She was just like...
Does she normally talk? Like sometimes 1-year-olds talk or make noises and stuff. But she was totally unresponsive. Was she limp?
Yes.
Was her body limp? Did you ever hand her to grandma?
No, my mom was driving the whole time, and I just hopped in the back seat with her.
So grandma never even touched her?
No.
So as soon as you told grandma, help, that's when grandma got in the car and you brought her?
Yes, my dad threw her the keys.
So how long do you think you found her? Maybe within seconds you brought her to the hospital?
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't wait no time. When I seen how she was looking, we didn't wait no time. I jumped in the car with my mama. Gotcha. I got in the back seat. Me and my nephew got in the back seat with the baby, and my mama drove here.
Okay, good. I just found out this information and talking to her. The other child out there, that's also Charquez's.
Right.
When did he drop off that child to you guys?
Was it yesterday?
And when he dropped off that child, was Beautiful with the child? When was the last time you saw Beautiful?
I haven't seen her.
For a while?
Yeah. Because, honestly...
She told me that you guys normally don't care for them.
You're right. And, with him, it's another little boy. I used to keep them. But the 3-year-old. Yeah. Once she was born, it really was like, I didn't...
They cut you off for whatever reason.
Pretty much, they're doing their own thing, so...
Hey, we are not going to have this, all right? We ain't going to have this. We're not going to have this.
So...
No, because they're not doing it.
Yes, he did, because I will knock your ass out real quick. Because I will knock your ass out real quick.
Listen, do me a favor.
You don't know me. With this cancer perking out.
Walk out the door.
I'll knock you the out. Real quick. I'll knock your ass. That's why I need to leave. Can I leave, please? Now? Are we doing this?
Damn, that took a turn.
That sure did.
How do she even know what's going on? She came up here with her sister to make it. I ain't got time for this. Come on, Holly, let's go. Just come to my house. I need to get her from her house.
Please stay home, all right? I'll be there with the medical examiner. Please stay home.
All right, stay out here. Sit down over there on the bench over there to the left or wherever. I don't care where you sit. Don't come back in here.
For they go in there, that took a twist. I know it was gonna happen sooner or later.
Yeah.
I said when they said they was talking about the babies, talking about the other side keep the baby. We don't.
Yeah.
I knew it was some family clash.
Yeah.
And I said, watch, sooner or later there gonna be some clashing going on, and I was right.
Somebody's story ain't adding up.
Yeah, somebody's story adding
I'll
up.
tell you why.
Yeah.
The woman asked her. She said, when you took the baby out the carrier, was she alive? Was she this? Was she that? Did she had, She was like, oh no, she was limp, but she was still warm.
Yep.
She had blood in her nose.
Yeah.
She urinated on me.
Yeah.
So while in the back seat of the car, you didn't see whether she was coherent. You didn't try to talk to her.
Right.
You didn't say, come on, baby, hold on. You didn't try to, y'all ain't got nothing to, wrap her in.
Yeah.
You didn't. The story don't sound right.
Yeah, the story. We got to get to the bottom of this. Because the story don't sound right.
No.
And then also, what y'all arguing about?
And who bought that baby there?
Yeah. Why would y'all bring it to their house? Are you trying to pin it on them?
Right.
Or they panicked, something happened, you trying to give it to the other side of the family?
Baby daddy did something and he probably hiding out.
Got to see what's going on.
Yeah.
Got to see what's going on.
Because he ain't answering the phone.
Yeah.
That boy and that girl,
they're doing something.
Did something and then
They gonna drop it off to the baby that.
Yeah. So
yeah,
I don't know. That's just my theory.
Yeah, we gonna see. We gonna see what's up.
Yeah.
Okay. Hello. Hi. My name's Hey. How you doing?
So we can come out now?
Yeah, you can come out. Where's the car seat?
Yeah, take a picture of the car seat.
Yeah, I think they're gonna take the car seat.
Yeah.
So the other child, what's the child's name? Sade.
Oh, Ciari.
Ciari. Ciari's been here from yesterday, right?
Yeah.
And she hasn't left.
What's going on? They all coming out like that.
He's been leaving.
Have you been able to contact your son?
That's what we're still trying to do it.
Okay.
I don't.
And the child was never inside, right?
No.
Okay.
Come on.
Is Auntie still here?
No. She
left?
had to go get her baby. She had to
Okay.
get her baby in the door.
Okay. So can you just explain for us in the medical examiner what happened when you came outside?
Once I came out, I just got the keys and shut up.
Where was the baby?
No, right here.
Baby was in the car seat when you saw the baby.
No, Najee had them picked up by then.
Okay, but where was the car seat?
Right here.
On the chair?
Yeah.
Just like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Was it facing that direction?
I can't remember. Honestly, I can't. Everything went moving too fast. Once I seen the coloration was.
Man, I don't know if you think about this.
I can't remember.
And the parents haven't been in contact with Ciari since the child's been here?
No.
Since yesterday, okay.
No.
So I'm going to tell you what the maternal aunt knows.
Okay.
So apparently, Tony and Sarquez knocked on their door this morning.
Okay.
Banged on their door. They entered the door. I'm sorry. Tony Latonian, that's her full name, told her, Sire, what's the name of it? Ciari gave beautiful heroin. She's dead. And then the sister asked, where is she? And they said St. Mary's. That you brought her to St. Mary's. So I'm just making sure that Ciari was nowhere near this beautiful to give her heroin or anything like that.
He was here yesterday.
Okay.
Yeah, he was here.
But he spent the night. Right?
Yeah, he spent the night last
and he's
night.
here right now.
What
Right?
the-
And he hasn't been with Tony or around beautiful.
I mean, I don't know before then. I mean, he was before then. Yeah,
okay.
before then.
So when did he come here yesterday?
Yesterday. Damn.
I'm sorry.
Was it? Hold on. What time it was? Maybe like 9:30 in the morning. It was in the morning. It was in the morning.
So when they
Try to
dropped
blame it on the baby.
Ciari, who dropped them off?
Sharquez.
Was Sharquez alone?
Yeah.
What Sharquez say to you?
Nothing. He was like, get your grandchild.
Okay. So is that normally what he does? He brings the baby over. How often do you watch?
I watch, like I told you, I don't really watch her.
Yeah, but you
I've
watch
always
Ciara.
been in his life, yes.
Okay.
No, I mean.
So does he normally let the baby spend the night over here? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see if it's something like out of the ordinary.
No, it's not. It's not
Okay,
with him.
so you didn't think anything
No,
about it?
I mean, it's been my grandchild.
Because
that's why I'm telling you, with the younger one.
Beautiful's been dead for quite a while. So that's what we're trying to figure out.
What do you mean quite a while?
Like maybe more than a day.
You can't fool me.
So we're trying to figure out what happened.
You can't fool me.
Go ahead. So what you got to say?
You cannot fool me. When the mama and daddy ain't around,
they did it.
Your child is already been at the hospital.
Yeah.
I would be there before the damn ambulance get there. That's how you know.
That's how you know they did something.
Yeah.
They around there getting high, smoking heroin.
Yes.
And the baby got to it, or they gave it to I don't know what it is, man.
Yeah.
What the?
When they said the blood in the nose, I swear that's the first thing I thought about, because you know we watched
did another story like that.
Yes.
That's crazy. What's going on? Oh my goodness, man.
As in terms of how this child passed away. I know it's a lot for you. I'm just trying to tell you the information so we can kind of work together to figure out what happened.
I would be mad at my son, man. Like,
so you got CRA at about 9 o'clock yesterday, right? Okay. All right. It's okay, sweetheart.
No, it's not.
I know.
It's not.
Let me call somebody.
I know.
So DCF is going to come as well, just to make sure that everything's okay with the other child. I'm really sorry about everything that happened. I know it's very hard. But we trying to figure out what happened, just like you guys are trying to figure out what happened, you know? And the other family, too, at the hospital, they didn't know what happened. They just heard that the baby got heroin from Ciari. So they're going in there not knowing what happened either. So that's why I think the issue between you guys happened. Just because a baby's dead and nobody knows what happened. So that's the problem.
Yeah.
But Tanya and Charquez has not made contact with him, have not come over here, have not spent any time with them here. Okay. And you never brought the baby inside the house. You just brought him straight to your car. What car was it?
This red car right here. Had to go.
I know. I just need to make sure for our purposes.
It was not. I looked at her and it was not right.
Yeah, I know.
It wasn't right.
Was her eyes closed when she was?
It had to be.
Okay.
Because when Najee screamed and Najee was holding her, I just seen the discoloration.
Yeah.
And
she told me the lines on her forehead were already there.
What? Najee, it was some lines. See, Najee was holding her while I was driving.
Yeah.
I couldn't. I'm just trying to get her. I know. I don't know all that.
Did you have any other questions, Jessica? This is Jessica with the medical examiner's office, okay? So what's going to happen to Beautiful is she's going to go to the medical examiner's office, and maybe tomorrow or Monday, the autopsy will be completed, okay? And it's going to take a while for toxicology. That means if any drugs are in her system, it's going to be a little while. In terms of funeral arrangements, since the parents are not under arrest as of yet, they're the ones who are responsible for the funeral arrangements. But now we can't come in contact with them, so I'm not sure how to proceed.
We are trying to get in contact.
I know. And
we is trying to get.
Yeah, I know. Listen, it's not you guys who did anything wrong. Obviously, they are the ones responsible for what happened, and for whatever reason, they let this baby out here like it was trash, and that's not right.
They're not arrested. They have 30 days.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Bravo, Dennis Bush. He's advised at a White Mills Lane.
But the other grandchild is with the maternal aunts. Okay. They dropped them off this morning when they told them about Beautiful. So they probably went somewhere to run because they're scared. That's what I'm thinking. No, you can take it down. That's what I'm thinking. Because they're not
going to make it worse.
I know. You need to let them know that. If it was an accident, they need to come and talk to me about the accident.
Jesus. She gold. There's nothing else.
You guys did nothing wrong, okay? They're going to talk with you and all that stuff, okay? I'm very, very sorry for your loss. It's got to be very heartbreaking for you. And I don't know what your son was thinking, but, this is Stephanie with DCF, okay? She's going to talk with you.
Sorry for your loss. Did you see who was at the door at all? Like, did you look in the window?
Nope. No. I wasn't worried about it. I don't know how she even really got there.
Okay. Before you left your house the day before and Dad took you to Grandma's, was a Beautiful awake or asleep or something else?
She was asleep.
She was asleep? Where was she asleep at?
She was in my mom and dad's house. She was at my house asleep. The only time I saw her when it was morning, and then next I saw her today.
So when you saw her when she was that morning, she was asleep still?
Yes.
And where was she asleep at?
Because we didn't know nothing was wrong with her already. We went to my dad's people's house, and then they knew what to do a little bit so they could keep her alive for she was breathing and her heart was beeping.
See, something happened.
Where did you go? Your dad's people's?
Yeah, we went to their people house, his people house, because they live like right by us a little.
Who's his people?
People is my godmother and goddad.
Okay. When's the last time that you saw Beautiful awake?
When, like, the only time I saw Beautiful awake, when she, like, started acting crazy, whatever.
Explain to me what you mean by that.
Well, she was like crying and acting real crazy. I'm like, I didn't really know what's wrong. My dad.
Was she saying anything? Was her eyes rolling in the back? Were her eyes turning wide? Was she like making faces? Like,
no, she don't know how to do that stuff.
If you had to mimic and act out what she was doing, try to do it. Try to act out how she was acting.
She kept on screaming, just kept screaming. Every time I gave her a bottle, she just don't want it. She just throw it and scream. She like just scream.
What did your parents do when that happened?
We kept like Beautiful, stop screaming, and then she would never stop screaming. And my parents and my mom was like, something wrong with her, and I was like the same. I didn't really say that. I was like, what's wrong with her? Something gotta be wrong.
So was Beautiful anywhere else? Like, did anybody pick up Beautiful from your parents' house or anything like that, or she was at home?
She was like with my people, cause my people, Kat and Kevin.
Who's your people?
Like
Kat and Kevin.
Kat and Kevin.
Yes, they were taking care of her. Yeah, they had a little breathing machine so she can like breathe. It's like a regular breathing machine.
Were they trying to give her breathing treatment?
Did something go in her nose or her mouth or somewhere else?
I don't know. She must have got something, picked it up and put it in her mouth, and then she maybe started getting a little crazy. I don't know why that knock was on the only thing I'm confused about is that knock came on the door. I don't know why.
You know that they went over Kat and Kevin's house and they were giving her breathing treatments. Why didn't they bring her to the hospital?
We were trying, but my mom and dad was a little scared to do it because they thought that was going to jail.
Why would they go to jail?
I don't really know. They just kind of...
Is that what you heard them say?
That's what they were saying, yeah.
What'd they say? That they didn't want to go to jail?
Yeah, they were saying, like, I'm kind of scared to take her to the hospital. They kept saying both of them might go to jail.
Who said that? Your mom or your dad?
Both of them kept...
Okay.
Well, my dad, one time, and then he was like, don't... One time he was trying, but they was going... Of course they're going to answer. But my mom told him not to because they might go to jail.
Okay.
I don't even...
And was that before Dad took you to Grandma's?
No, it was like another morning, like it was like this morning when I heard it knock on the door. It was this morning.
Okay, well thank you.
The 1-year-old girl was reportedly dead for up to 2 days from fentanyl and cocaine intoxication. A neighbor told investigators she saw Giles vacuuming out the SUV at 1 a.m., while another claimed the 6-year-old poured white powder into the child's mouth. Despite the toddler struggling, Giles and Clemens never called 911, even as they drove past multiple hospitals. Both were later arrested, Giles in North Carolina and Clemens alongside him, and are now facing charges of third-degree felony murder, aggravated manslaughter of a child, and child neglect.
Well, first off, I got to go back to this little boy.
Yeah.
This little boy is intelligent, man.
Yes.
Did you hear what he was saying? He told it. He told everything.
Yes.
And he was so intelligent with it, man.
Yes.
He's like, Mom and Daddy, so and so and so. I love it, man. That little man right there solved the case.
Exactly. He did.
He did.
That's the one thing about children.
They go beyond this.
That they record everything.
Yes.
That's why I always say, man, like, this ain't got nothing to do with this.
Mm-hmm.
But when you neglect and verbally neglect a child, talk to them any kind of way, they're recording it. They're downloading all of that.
That's true.
It becomes a part of who they are. And this man right here remembered hearing all of that stuff. Some stuff he heard, because you can tell what was heard and versus what he saw.
Right.
Yeah. They're going to jail.
They're going to jail.
I mean, of course, you know.
Well, let me stop saying right all the time. I had somebody saying in the comments on, well, love your channel, but you always say right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what the F else I supposed to say? She said, you say right all the time. That's aggravating.
Hey, I'm one of those people. If you say something constantly, I'd be like, why do you keep saying? I count. My brain is so. I'd be like, she done said it 7 times. If she said it one more time, I'm cutting it. I understand person who said that.
I'm gonna change my word to true.
Not every time. You gotta circulate.
Yeah, I know.
Right. Okay.
I know, right?
I got you.
I got to say, I didn't know, man. People pay attention to that stuff. In my mind, I don't know what else to say. I don't want to just not say nothing. You talking? I'm like,
yeah,
yeah. Mm-hmm. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, I got.
Everybody got their thing, man, that they just can't handle and take. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like when people. Use slang a lot.
Yeah,
that turns me off.
Me either.
And you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I'm saying? When the street, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I can't stand that. They get on my nerves, so I understand.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try my best not to say right all the time, but I'm gonna switch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch it up. But did they say the 6-year-old gave the baby powder?
That's what they said. I think that was a story that they probably If the son got to grandma's house at 9:30 in the morning, the baby was already, they said it had been deceased for 2 days.
Yeah.
So you lying. Somebody lying. That was a story that they cooked up with his old ass girlfriend. That was a story they cooked up in order to try to make it not be like they're liable. But the son gave him.
Yeah,
Still,
I was thinking that too.
Where he got the drugs from, dumb dodo.
Right, it's in that house.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And wasn't she to the hospital?
No, that's his girlfriend.
But I'm saying, wasn't she to the hospital? Or no, they was hiding?
That's the other baby side of the family.
That's right. They look familiar, you know. She looked like the other woman that was to the hospital.
Yeah, because, hey, you never know how they hooked up. There might be some relatives crazy. Or something. I don't know.
And what y'all doing with heroin in the house and fentanyl?
Yeah.
What's going on, man?
The whole freaking world, man.
The whole freaking,
it's like ravaged by those drugs.
I'm telling you, man. And it's getting so bad now. It's too many cases when kids getting hold to it.
I see it almost every day, once a week on the news. I mean, like, it literally once a week on the news.
Yeah.
Something happened to a girl. I don't know her name. I keep trying to find the story again so that I can talk about it. We can do a story about it. She does not hold back. She shows her son autopsy photos.
Oh, yeah, you talking about that.
She shows her son burial photos. She said, I am going to get the word out about dealers pushing these drugs on kids, young people, and fentanyl is just taking people out like left and right. The average celebrity that ends up dying, like not of old age and stuff, they have fentanyl in their system.
It's always the kind of drugs, man.
It's crazy.
Like I said before, fentanyl is like the new crack.
It is.
It's taking out, but it's taking out. It ain't got no color.
Nope.
It's taking out all kinds, man. It's crazy, man.
Yes.
I don't. That's one thing I wish that I can. It's a lot of things I wish I can eradicate in this world. I wish I could just eradicate all the bad stuff that can hurt us.
Yes.
Just get away with it, man. We bad enough. We got to live with other things. We got to be worried about the poisons in the food.
Yes.
Cancer. Yes. Just that. Then we got to worry about everything else all in one. And it's just crazy to me, man. My condolences to the family.
Yes, most definitely.
And I ain't really got more to say about it unless you do.
Yeah, this is just a sad turn of events, like that you have to bury a grandchild.
Yeah.
Because your son, a crackhead, and would rather do drugs than be with his kids.
Yes.
And then, look at this he with this old ass
older woman. Yeah.
Lady, what you too old for that?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
And
it's
leaving
just,
fentanyl and stuff around the house.
It's just sad and it's just disgusting.
But shout out to the young boy, man. I like the way he was talking, man. I like that, man. And he got to grow up fatherless. And I know they're going to jail.
Yeah.
And mother, that's his mama, ain't it?
No, I think he had a baby by somebody else.
Okay. Hey, y'all let us know what y'all think about this in the comments, man.
Yeah.
We love your feedbacks. And if y'all missed anything that we overlooked, let us know in the comments, man. And thank y'all for being here. Man, we almost at 5,000 subscribers. Let's do it. Let's make it, man. Thank y'all for the love. Thank y'all, man. We really appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Thank y'all for the love of supporting this channel. This is SNK Unlimited. And we're out.